into a double melee of Clockwerk and Slardar. So not going to be as easy to try to leverage those early stuns. Not going to be as easy to lock in a Morphling or a Mirana, but you do have a lot of play down the line.
Both sides, vision is down. They want to level 1 fight. Smoke is broken. Force will continue walking forward. He just does not mind whatsoever. BetBoom not knowing what to do here. Disruption will land from Bengun. They'll try for the Doom first, but Force is taking a lot of damage. Miero, oh, they got Force first. That is not the fight. Miero is still running. Miero, he finally goes down. But Naaman might drop as well. Shrapnel will take him out. Run, boys, run. Bengun, he cannot juke them either. Bengun is probably down. Toronto will keep up the vision. Arrow is up in 1 if he wants it. There's your Earth Spike. Bye-bye, sir. He even pops a Fairy Fire, surprisingly enough, but will drop. No chance to survive.
Ooh, it's a little bit tricky. I think... I mean, double melee into 2 range. It's just a little bit too much play there. They are trying not to save here.
They are. Save. Gonna Fairy Fire up. We'll run for now. Miero gonna cut them off, but they do find the light. Nice pick off here. For Bengun as Olnet still running. Miero is still chasing him down with the Scorched Earth. Does not have enough damage. But they are really... GPK's going to be a little bit cautious here. Oh, the side blades! GPK! Ooh. Oh, no! Oh, Supreme. It is not easy finding the side she wants. I believe that's really what's going to enable MOUZ to just get moved. Oh, Supreme. So a lot of damage being dealt here by GPK, but not quite enough.
Yeah, he was trying to pressure in. There was some rear movement here from Narman. He is under wards though, but GPK is still playing pretty far forward.
Top lane, Olnet's falling very, very low. Toronto going to move in, does secure the kill. Bengun trying to help out, cannot do too much. Meanwhile, GPK does go down. Narman able to rotate over and secures another great kill for himself. Meanwhile, Toronto does find a double onto Bengun. Problem is, you are sacking the
action burn as well, and just makes it more awkward for Supreme to try to play forward. So it's kind of understandable why GPK would go that way. He's not expecting to take those engagements on mid. He would want to take that time to sit back, form, clear out camps and creep waves, which the maxed out shrapnel does allow. Still committing top.
Yeah, they've got the Shadow Demon. A nice easy pick off here with the setup of the Earth Spike into the arrow. 6-4 now, try. A long wrap around here from Save, going far east. We'll wrap around the ancient camp. Force, not expecting this one. Should be in huge trouble. The arrow will fly in. The finger's available. They'll pop it, and Force is gone.
Yeah, that's what we were looking at, to spot this kind of rotation.
Absolutely not. That boom, they're going to run right into Olnet. Olnet would really rather not die here, but he's going to get caught. It looks like Save will land the Earth Spike. The arrow will connect on the backside, and the Doom is committed immediately. Naaman, though, he's going to hook in. He'll try to save the day, but Miero is still able to secure Olnet. They are going to try and trade with Miero, and Miero has been left behind. So really not the worst trade for MOUZ, because the CK, he was already kind of struggling anyway. The Doom, a much higher net worth Nightfall. They seem to have a decent idea as to where he could be. Naaman will scatter that now with a rocket flare, but they only really see Save. They will try for the chase. Hook shot, no, they'll jump in with the stun, but Save, well, he is gone. No chance of survival. Supreme will take that one.
That's a pick.
Miero, not realizing something's a little bit awry, does stick around for the creep wave and is probably going to get punished for it now. Will make the jump in. Miero completely alone. Is actually pretty tanky, but it won't be enough. He is down.
It is a lot slower to kill off that Doom. He had the plate mail on hand, so he still had +9 armor, despite the corrosive haze and the reality rift being on top of him. It takes a little bit longer. If he had backup, that might not have gone as smoothly for MOUZ. Still, BetBoom grouping up for the power ring.
Naaman, he kind of just jumped into his death there, and Nightfall will take a dominating spree off the Clockwerk. Not seeing the whole side of BetBoom.
And BetBoom is just so comfy. Like Nightfall, Phylactery's already up, Conda not too far off. That's when things get really funny with the adaptive strike burst. Has the protection with the Manta, so that means down the line this Orchid pickup's not going to work.
Bengun, he'll break the smoke here from BetBoom. He'll tank the gank for his team. So probably the best case scenario. They'll let Bengun die. They'll get everyone else out of there.
They need to avoid the side of BetBoom. Once they do have these up, though.
Olnet. Oh, they're going to save him. Bengun is there to help. Arrow will not connect. Disruption will save. Olden, in fact, now going to turn back around. Force is here as well, and save is gone. A nice play already here from MOUZ. The Supreme now jumping in. Hookshot will lock down Toronto, and that'll be a second. Support duo is down for BetBoom. The BetBoom are still kind of hanging around here, but I would not recommend forcing a fight. They are still going to give it a crack, though. Force, he's being targeted. Nightfall, he'll move in, though. The silence is out. He'll jump right onto Force, and Force is gone. Narman, in between a rock and a hard place right now, is still alive, though, in that tree line. His MOUZ are really trying to press the advantage, but BetBoom side are not backing off. In fact, they're going right back in. Doom is out onto the TA. Supreme needs to run. They'll disrupt Nightfall for now. Hold him back. Olnet, though, has been left behind. Olnet is gone. My goodness, I mean, the confidence from BetBoom. Even 3v5, they're like, let's go.
Yeah, the only loser did. Still, they don't have massive cooldowns to wait for. Doom was expended, so they're going for a smoke play now.
Well, they've got to try. Bit of a shame, though. Supreme was, what, 20 gold off his Desolator? Just 20 gold. That's all right. He's still going to go after GPK. They'll finally see him. Forced to jump in. Does get the initial stun off. GPK, losing most of his HP. Pull is gone. It's a nice start already for MOUZ, but can they retreat? Nightfall and Toronto Tokyo are here along with Miero, and they do at least take down Benga. A great trade here for MOUZ. Everybody else will be able to leave the area.
Yeah, that's a big hit and run they need on MOUZ. Just rinse and repeat. They're still...
Nightfall, the stun is out. He does mad drop, though, and he does run. Drakemorph is there. They'll hold him down with the hook. The cogs will lock him into boot. He's a very, very tanky piece of water, though, but it's not going to matter. But it doesn't really feel like they're going to find anybody.
BetBoom on their way down here as well.
See, Bengun. Not the biggest kill, but it's a start. Bengun does have the glimmer. Will buy himself a tiny bit of time. His team is trying to connect here. Bengun actually still alive. Will disrupt one. Still going, in fact. Meanwhile, Olnet, though, he copped an arrow. Olnet's in huge trouble. Olnet is gone. Oh, that is not the start you wanted. Force now in danger to boot. Nightfall going to lock him down. Force still trying to walk away. Is running, but it is not enough.
Arrow right in that blink in.
Oh, and Aegis gone? Supreme? He's been caught by himself with his pants down in the woods.
Oh boy.
And BetBoom, they will have their way with him. Unfortunate. Supreme, not wanting to die like that, gives both lives away. Just a couple of errors here. I mean, you saw that last team fight. The arrow was meant for Benga. He stood still and was sadly Olnet said, get down, Mr. President, but the President was perfectly fine.
Oh.
Here we go. Miero. Make the jump. Olnet's going to try. They are playing without their TA, though. This could be a very dangerous fight from Olnet. Disruption, it'll buy a bit of time, but BetBoom, they are not relenting. They're more than happy to go, and Olnet is gone. And you also got... Oh, hold on a minute. Top lane. Force. Caught out. Hex is there from save. There is one save around, which is Bengun, but he does not want to bother. He will start to run west and hope that Toronto does not sniff him out.
I think the best thing that will do is just stall. But again, I don't know what route you take here as Force.
Force. I mean, he's trying to buy some time here for his team, but he's been caught. We'll try for a TP, but of course they will have the cancel. No problems here for Miero. Nightfall was there just in case they required his presence, but they did not.
Just another easy kill to pick up. You expend Doom, but don't really need it.
Oh, it keeps getting worse. Supreme's been caught. Arrow's going to connect. Finger is there. Supreme is down. The TPs were incoming, but it's much harder to burst this Morphling down. They will retreat for now. MOUZ still having a look for an entrance to this fight. They will make the jump in, but the stun does not land on Toronto. Miero's right onto Force. Force is getting deleted on the slaughter. Olnet is gone. Narman is gone. How many more is gone? It's going to be another as Bengun goes down to boot. It might be around time to call it. I mean, this game, it is looking very, very hard to come back from, if not impossible.
I would lean towards the impossible. If you mentioned there, Mike, it doesn't feel like they can really play around. They do call the GG. They understand on MOUZ that they missed their timing. They had to play a lot more up-tempo here. Right? We were talking about this blink timing so long on Supreme and on Force, and they didn't connect the way they'd want to. They would connect with the supports individually. Thunder God's Rat, kill secure, and you're fairly happy in trying to scale up. You've got this percent-based damage coming out now as well for Supreme with the usual Shard Manta build. I like this coverage from MOUZ. I think for BetBoom,
It is. Toronto's going to cop it now. Force will move in as well. Hogs will be out. It did have an Iron Shell on Narman, but it's not doing too much damage. Toronto's going to be just fine to walk away. Computer harassment was dealt onto Bengun. They're going to try again onto Miero with a very nice bounce off the large cap. Miero still trying to run. A very nice body block from Olnet. We'll lock him in there for a second. Miero, he will go down. They will get Bengun as a trade, but First Blood does go the way of the Sven.
And you don't mind that at all for Bengun. It's a little bit of a mana reset. Was starting to run low.
Narman being chased down. Toronto, he's out of mana. He did actually have a blood grenade to throw out, but decides better on.
Yeah, and already again off to a pretty decent start here. For the side of MOUZ, just getting this safe start for Olnet. Not really losing too much out to Miero. Miero is still going to be perfectly happy farming, of course, on the Doom. He does opt for the Devour earlier on, rather than that aggressive Infernal Blade build that we've been seeing. So does know that some recovery is necessary here. I think the one thing for the side of MOUZ that...
Oh,
well, they do.
There you go. Armin gets the kill. It's the classic Invis plus the Iron Shell, one of my favorites.
It is a nuisance. It is a economy drain on Toronto as well. They just kind of have to always have a sentry on hand. Force
does get caught, and Toronto will happily take him out. Force just trying his best to get
on the CS. So he is pulling ahead. Miero.
Miero in a slight bit of danger. Oln's actually just trying to chase down Save, but they lack the lockdown after the initial stun, so that'll be about it. Meanwhile, top lane though, big cogs out. Narman still fighting Toronto Tokyo. They'll go right after Nightfall, and Nightfall might need to back his way out because Narman is not backing off. Nightfall though, strength morphing will be okay for now, but Narman constantly chasing him down. Supreme in the meantime being dived here by Save. Supreme will be okay. Oh, he doesn't have mana for Thunder God. Kind of forget. That's all right. It happens to the best of us. Happened to me a few too many times, I want to say, John. Toronto trying to get that 7-minute Wisdom Room timing. Does get a very nice cogs off and should actually have it. Vacuum. Oh, very nice vacuum, of course. He will save. Toronto now going to try and find a way out, but the chase is on. Thunder God's Wrath is out. They should eventually have the damage, but Nama will just abuse the Iron Shell for now. Meanwhile, Miero going to go down to Bengun, and there you go. Toronto is down. 5-2. Still a slight net worth lead.
Coming out for GPK. You've got the Manta to protect now for Nightfall soon. That'll take away the bite of the potential Spirit Vessel for Norman. The smoke, though.
Does he know they're coming? I don't believe he does. The jump is there. They're trying to blow him up. Nightfall trying to survive, but he's gone. The Death Ward just in case. And I was just about to say, this is probably why BetBoom doesn't want to fight, is you're denying the Bounty Hunter all this track gold. They finally get one.
I'm surprised it happens up top again. Like, it feels like they've been trying onto Nightfall for at least 5-7 minutes now. It does pay off.
PK, he'll make the jump in. Hook shot will follow up here from Toronto. Narman understands he cannot survive. He will just drop. So a nice little pick up here from BetBoom. Obviously doesn't really make up for the Nightfall death, but it is something.
Something.
Not to force by himself. Bengun is there to help out. So is Narman. They're having a look at Nightfall again. Nightfall, he'll waveform out. Instead, they'll look to Toronto Tokyo, and Toronto might just be another track kill to go the way of MOUZ now, as he really looks to have no way out of this. He'll try to juke the best he possibly can, but he is certainly just dead. Bengun to take it with the Melodict. This is what you really want to see if you're MOUZ. More track kills.
That's just racking it in. Lots of track activity coming out with Supreme as well. Does have a full Kaya on the respawn of the Courier into the Sanj. Going for a little bit more durability, not going for the instant like Manta Shard, which I do like. He does understand. He's gonna need to try to play forward to benefit off of that track. Banging.
Completely and utterly surrounded. Try to buy himself a bit of space, but it's not looking too good for him. He will drop. Another nice pick up here for BetBoom. Miero has been being watched here by MOUZ. Narman looking to move in. There goes Old. He'll get the stun off. They've already found the Doom. Miero still alive, just barely with the life train, trying to keep him up. There goes your wall down. Now Miero's still walking out of there. Forces is actually the one to go down. Toronto and Nightfall moving in now, trying to chase down the bounty. Narman, though, is going to be just fine as now they'll turn back in onto Nightfall. There goes Toronto. There goes Olnett. Nightfall still waveforming out. But it's a great fight, I think, for BetBoom. It still ends in a 2-for-2, but you do pick off the spend.
Don't worry, guys. I will
You get the big kill on top of BetBoom. It's not enough to really help you feel fully confident. They are still setting up for more. They've got God's Strength still ready, and they know Doom's down.
Miero, he's going to get jumped, but he's got teammates behind him. Narman also being caught. Hookshot is perfect from Toronto, right on the mark. Narman, he might have to just stand and fight this one out, but there is no fighting. He is down. Force, he'll try to jump in with the back wall combination. Miero, though, happy to fight back, just dooms up the Darkseer, and the Darkseer is gone. Meanwhile, GPK, he did jump in on his own. The Melody ticking away, but he's still alive. Bengun, now the one in danger here, and the Witch Doctor gets a huge paralyzing cast, but it won't matter. Everyone on
Bait. They are sneaking around with a wraparound here.
We go. Ags available. MOUZ, you push out. EPK, oh, he's going to fight Supreme. Not great news if you're MOUZ. Your mid Zeus is now gone. No buyback. He will have to respawn in 50 seconds.
Your own low committal shoves on the lane going to stall for time. They will go for the smoke play now, though.
They're so desperate for a fight here, MOUZ. They're just trying to find anything, and BetBoom, they are running right towards them. That they are on the high ground on the side of MOUZ. They're going to see Miero. They'll make the jump in. GPK will be there to follow up. Miero still dropping low, does pop his BKB. Pops the Doom onto the spin. Now Toronto, what a hook shot right on the staircase. He'll get the cocks down. It's a very awkward fight for MOUZ now. They need to retreat, and they will. The Death Ward was committed. Actually, nobody tying quite yet. Miero in again. He'll find Bengun. Bengun is down. Force is down. At least you get your spin out of there for now, but BetBoom can happily go high ground. There's really nothing to stop them.
No. No Witch Doctor by...
Bengun. Oh, he's not going to know. No sentries available on Bengun. This is a very hard fight to take. GPK, he's going to jump in immediately onto the Darkseer, and Force has no chance of survival. He is gone. So is Supreme. They'll buy back. The Death Ward doing some damage, but there's just no setup. There's no setup for it. They will continue trying to fight, but where's your damage? Olnet's going to try onto Miero. They do at least find the Doom, but Nightfall's just manning up. Normal punches out onto Nightfall, but he's just strength morphing throughout all of it. They will get Narman. Toronto, in the meantime, trying for a TP play out, but does get stunned. They might have another. They will hold high ground for now. It does cost them a lot of buybacks, but it is worth.
And it is. Again, at the end of the day.
Olnet, hold on a minute here, John. Olnet and Narman trying to do something a little bit cheeky, but Miero is going to find the bounty hunter first, so Narman, still being force-staffed away, is actually alive, trying to get his way out of this one. He will eventually go down. Buyback immediately from Narman. Meanwhile, Nightfall, he'll waveform onto the high ground, going after that bottom racks. The fight starts. They will go after the Morphling. Nightfall might lose the Aegis straight off the bat. He's copying so much damage. Nightfall will give away the first life. But can they get him a second time is the big question. He's in the wall already. They'll stun him up. Nightfall will be force-staffed away. Meanwhile, Miero, he's onto the Darkseer with the Doom. Force can do nothing. Olnet, he's trying to fight back as best as possible, but there's just no damage. There is no damage from Olnet. He'll buy back. But can they really defend this high ground? The glyph will be forced. There is 1 melee barracks left. They are running out of ammo here, though. Olnet, he'll jump in again, but Miero is happy to oblige. He'll just go right into the spin. Olnet, forced to fight, will run with his BKB. Meanwhile, BetBoom, they are just smothering the side of MOUZ, not backing off whatsoever. There goes 2 more. GG is called. MOUZ have seen enough. BetBoom just proving to be way too good here today, finding themselves a 2-0 victory over MOUZ Esports, and